Hello friends and welcome to Jim's EV Adventures. I'm Jim and today we're going to talk a little bit more about the Bolt. In this case we're going to talk about road tripping in the Bolt. I've got my notes here just to help me keep things straight. I've just had 2 weekends in a row where I traveled with this over 500 miles on the round trip. The first one was the one that I did just about the time I put the 60,000 mile video out. I took a trip from here to Port Everglades to see my son, my middle son, who's in the Navy. He was there for Fleet Week. We spent Friday, Saturday together, and I came on back late Saturday evening. On that particular trip, I drove 545 miles, expended about 163 kilowatt hours of electricity for a total cost of about $56.36. And I'll go into some more detail on those in the office. So on my way to Port Everglades, I had two charges. The first charge I took at Yeehaw Junction at an EVgo at a Pilot Flying J there. I was only there for a few minutes. Took in 17.73 kilowatt hours for a total cost of $9.52. I then continued on my way to Port Everglades and stopped at Delray Beach to charge at a Florida Power and Light FPL Evolution site. I took in 31.62 kilowatt hours there for $12.17. And of course, while the car was charging, I went into Starbucks, grabbed a coffee and a snack, and just rested a little bit because had been about 3 hours since I had left home. The next day on the way home, I stopped at Oakland Park and had to jump off a Kia EV6. I was at another FPL Evolution site. The guy had stopped to charge, plugged his car in, and left it running, and wouldn't you know, the battery died, the 12-volt battery system. This is an EGMP platform. This is not uncommon in those cars at all. Jumped him off. Then I hooked up to the charger, put 32.4 kilowatt hours in for $12.49, and started back to Central Florida. I ran into a little bit of traffic on the way back, and by the time I got to Port St. Lucie, I stopped at another FPL Evolution site, and I put 53.2 kilowatt hours of charge into it. It was a 6-charger site. There was nobody there charging, so I took my time. I walked over to the Bass Pro Shops. I went into Home Depot. I walked around. I got something to eat, and I came back to the car, and I charged all the way to 100%. That is not something you normally do, but there was nobody else at the chargers. I wasn't blocking a charger, so that's an okay thing to do when nobody else is around. Well, that got me home, and I charged again that night, 28.5 kilowatt hours, $3.42 on Duke Energy. Total trip cost was $56.36, or about 9.7 cents per mile, and I averaged only 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Not very good, but I was keeping up with traffic. And if you've been to Florida, you know what that means. Okay, on the second trip, my wife and I just got back from a nice, cozy weekend trip to Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is one of our favorite towns, and I'll be showing you some video of that as we go through this particular segment. It's basically a 540-mile trip. We had 4 charges out on the road, spent a total of $57.95, and used approximately 155.54 kilowatt hours of electricity. About 9.3 cents per mile, and averaged about 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And we'll go into details on that in the office. On our way to Savannah, we stopped in Yulee, Florida at an FPL Evolution, took in 27.8 kilowatt hours for a total cost of $9.24. And that took us into Savannah. Once we arrived in Savannah, we went directly to the Pooler Tanger outlet, and we plugged into a level 2 charger while we walked around and shopped. We got some shoes, and we put in 18.79 kilowatt hours for a total cost of $0. The Tanger outlet chargers level 2 are $0 cost as long as you don't charge more than 3 hours. Use of these chargers requires the Shell app. This was the final charge for our trip to Savannah. We parked the car and did not use it for the next 2 days. We stayed in a nice resort hotel about 2 blocks from the Riverwalk and spent most of our time riding the free transportation, both bus and water taxi, and walked everywhere else we needed to go and had absolutely no problems getting around in Savannah while we were there. Then it was time to leave. Watch this video. Okay, I bet you're wondering why you're looking at the ground, a parking lot, a pavement, and not seeing anything else. A bunch of parking places. But we're in Savannah getting ready to leave, and we decided that we were going to try to charge at a Rivian Adventure Network. And as you can see, it is working absolutely perfectly. We plugged in about 30 minutes ago, went over to the Metro Diner, which is at the Tanger Outlet, about 150 yards behind us. It is right over there. And the charging has worked absolutely flawlessly. Didn't have to have the app at all, just plugged in, tapped the charger, and let's see where we're at now. 45 minutes later, we've added almost 30 kilowatt hours, still charging at about 26 kilowatts. It never went above 45, a little slow. From inside the car, we are still charging 26 kilowatts. Got 165 miles range. Next stop will be Buc-ee's in St. Augustine. See you there. So all total, we took in 35.7 kilowatt hours at the Pooler Rivian Adventure Network for a total cost of $20. And we moved on down to St. Augustine at the Buc-ee's, the Mercedes-Benz chargers there for 44.55 kilowatt hours, $25.15, and that got us home. And don't worry, we did not waste any time at Buc-ee's because we shop when we go to Buc-ee's. And if you've never tried their strawberry preserves, I highly recommend them. They are the best ever. Okay, guys, I do appreciate you stopping by today. I thank you for your time and trust. Please do subscribe, share, comment, and like, and ring that notification bell so you'll know when I've uploaded something new. It's important that you do subscribe to this channel. I'm not asking for a membership. I'm not asking you to pay for anything on this channel. You can give a super thanks. You can give me a coffee. It doesn't matter if you don't, because I'm going to still be here doing this. That way you will know that everything that I'm giving you is not bought and paid for by some company somewhere trying to buy your confidence or your vote. I'm just here telling you how things are in EV ownership land. Real stuff from a real person who has no agenda. I just want to let you know that EV ownership is better than internal combustion engine ownership. I've driven over 1 million miles, most of that in internal combustion engine vehicles. And when I switched to an EV, I made the determination that I will never switch back. Why? Because it's better, it's more fun, it's easier, it's less expensive. And I'm not just saying that to say it, I've got the proof. And I try to provide that to you every week. So if you like what you've seen here, if you like some of the other videos that I've done, please do subscribe. Helps the channel grow. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get this word out to as many people as possible. I hope to see you all real soon, or somewhere along that route from point A to point B. Take it easy, everybody.